All right, here is the second week of my live series. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but I'm going to go every week until further notice. So the topic that I wanted to focus on today is a really important topic. It's the central theme of everything I share and so much of what I do as a person, as a human being, and that is soul writing, or writing from the soul. All right, so that's the theme. This will be a 10 to 15 minute video like most of these lives. So first, I wanted to talk about the magic of writing and the magic of the written word, because writing is a bridge between the metaphysical and the physical. If you think about it, you take ideas or abstract concepts. These are metaphysical things, and then you write them so that you can physically see the ideas or concepts. So that's how writing is a bridge between the physical and metaphysical worlds. And that's also why people use it for like manifestation, for writing scripture, for holy books, everything like that. It's heavily intertwined with the power of the word, and that's for good reason. And the other point here is that words are more powerful than we think. Words are spells. That's why we spell words. That's why we sentence ourselves to terms. There's so much wordplay that relate to the power of words. Very, very meta. The word is immensely powerful. If you go to the Bible, in the beginning was the word. You see these themes everywhere with how important the word is. You know, words can move mountains. How? You communicate with people and you get them to build a road around a mountain or demolish a mountain, things like that. You use the power of the word communication to do that. If it's not straight up magical manifesting, it's the organization and cooperation of people through the word. And the written word especially, because when you master the written word, you master thought. You're able to think at the speed of your writing and use writing to direct your thinking. So that's how writing even improves your verbal communication as well as your thinking on top of that. So that's a little bit about the power of writing. I could geek out about this for a long time, but writing really is the bridge between the metaphysical and physical worlds. So what is soul writing? What does it mean to write from the soul? It's really, instead of just repeating things that you've heard, like you're just repeating concepts that you've read in books or watched, instead of that, you're tuning in to your inner wisdom. You're tuning into the wisdom of your soul and expressing that through the written word, because your soul's always communicating with you. You are your soul, but it's about letting that flow through in the form of, or in the vessel of words. So soul writing, or writing from the soul, it's a combination of communication, art, mindfulness, and like an intuitive practice all in one. And some more stuff, but that'll give you a good idea. It's communication, art, mindfulness, and intuitive practice all in one package. So that is the beauty of it. How many other things can you think of that do all of those things at once, you know? And soul writing, it's not really about like learning how to be a good writer, like implementing all these tips and tactics of what good writing is, because first of all, good writing is subjective, you know? It's subjective. Some people like Harry Potter, some people hate it. Some people like Dune, some people hate it. Some people like a motivational rah-rah style of writing. Some people like a softer, more emotional style of writing. It's all subjective. But also, good writing, it really has nothing to do with grammar. Yes, you need basic grammar to establish like a ground of communication. I get that. But when it comes to good writing, really all it is engagement and communicating either an idea or a feeling. So it needs to be engaging to get people to read, of course, and engaging can mean so many different things. So that's why it's up to you to tune in and implement. So engaging and communicating an idea or a feeling. That's the goal, to communicate something clearly. And even something like abstract, like a poem, you're communicating a feeling, even a state of being. So a poem might be really abstract where you're not communicating a logical message, but you're communicating a feeling. You're giving people a feeling of awe or reverence or something like that through the poem. So really marinate on that. Don't get hung up on, I don't write like Shakespeare, or I don't write like this professional academic sounding way, so therefore I'm not a good writer. No, you develop good writing from the soul through practice. That's the key. It's not about learning all the rules, it's about practice and establishing that channel for your soul to flow through. So that leads me to the practices that help you write from the soul. So there are some long-term practices, things that just organically make you write better from the soul and acquaint more with that. And then in the moment practices, like things you can do when you're like, okay, I want to write something. What can I do to facilitate that process of writing from the soul? So the more long-term ones, one is creating more mindful space in your life. This is any kind of mindfulness practice. Meditation, sitting outside in nature, taking long walks, anything like that helps you acquaint more with your intuition, with your soul's wisdom. And of course, that's going to help you write better from the soul. Also, here's one that a lot of people don't do and can do more of. Write everything down. When you get an idea, practice writing it down. Any aha moment or realization, write it down. You can keep it digitally in something like Notion. That's what I use. Or you can keep a notepad or just write it on the notes app on your phone, whatever works for you, but get into the habit of writing down ideas and aha moments that come to you, because you'll notice that some of these ideas are actually really deep and they're really packed with wisdom, and you can unpack it. You write it down, and then when you refer back to it later, you realize there's so much to it, and you unpack it and it becomes this big thing. So it might just seem like one phrase, but that phrase turns into a book you write, or that phrase turns into a business that you run, or a philosophy you live by. So that's the power of it. And then when you write things down, you develop the skill of writing more, because you're learning to listen and then express that listening to your soul through words. So you're practicing that channel. Another one is to journal every day, and especially the kind of stream of consciousness journaling. So when you're just writing whatever's coming to your mind, no filter. The more you do this stream of consciousness journaling, the more you do it, the stronger you'll get with intuitive writing and writing from your soul. It's a great practice. I've done it every day for a long time. It's incredibly transformative. And another one is to just practice writing. The more you write, the better you'll get at writing. The more you write, the more you'll strengthen that connection of expressing your soul's wisdom and your soul's love through writing. So just practicing writing. And then there are the in-the-moment practices. So this is how you get in tune with your soul and express that through the written word in the moment. All right, so one is to create a focused block of time. So you commit, like, for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to write an article or whatever it is. It could just, you don't even have to have a specific intention. You could just say, for the next 20 minutes, I'm going to write. So you're committing. You can even set a timer and do it, because that's telling your mind, it's telling your ego to be like, we're doing this. There's no resisting. And you're also making it clear to your soul, God, your higher self, whatever higher power you feel comfortable with, that I'm ready. It's time. Let's do this. And then when you do that consistently, it develops more and more. So another one is, in the moment, to get into this mode, is to do a short mindfulness practice. So you can do something like breath work. even just a few deep breaths or a little meditation or a little prayer or intention practice or something like that to get out of your head, get out of your ego, and kind of you pop into a higher intelligence. You float into a higher intelligence. So that's the point of that, like get out of your head, float into a higher intelligence. And then another one is to just, in the moment, write without inhibition. Just let it flow. Put your inner critic aside. Tell it that it could come later and edit. It can be invited to the party when you go back and edit. But for when you're writing, just let it flow without inhibition. And that's how you really start channeling the wisdom of your soul. So I think that's all the tips of doing it. Those long-term practices that help it organically, like mindful practices every day, that just makes you a better writer and it helps acquaint you with your soul. And then there's the in-the-moment practices, like setting aside time and making that clear. So both of those help. And then I also wanted to talk about a workshop that I just put out. So I did a workshop a few months ago about helping people write their book. And I did it live and I got great feedback on it. And then ever since then, I just kind of left it alone because it was a live workshop. And then recently I decided to upload all the recordings and make it into a nice package with a bonus of another workshop I did. So it's a 3-day workshop that is all about helping you get started on writing your book. So it consists of developing your idea, writing your outline, and then establishing like a writing routine and a clear direction and vision for you to follow through with to write your book. So that is the general overview of that workshop. It's called the Look Your Book Workshop. I have it in the link in my bio, so you can get it there. It's not expensive. It's $28. It's packed with value, and people who were there live loved it. So that's why I'm putting this out again. And the bonus that comes with it is another workshop that I did called The Inner Game of Book Writing. So that's more addressing the fears, the limitations, the self-doubts, everything with the inner game of writing to help you transcend that, to develop your writing better, write better books, that kind of thing. Tune into the wisdom of your soul while you're writing. So if you're interested in writing a book, check those out through the link in my bio. And soul writing is like the meta theme of everything I do. So if you're new to my content, check it out. That's the overarching theme, and that's why I wanted to talk about soul writing, because I'm so passionate about it. It's what I do, like fun for me, or one idea of fun for me is journaling. You know, it's great fun, or writing a book, writing fiction, writing short stories, writing about a concept that came to me. I love it. And I love helping other people do it because it is so powerful. Do not underestimate the power of words. It literally is creation energy. That's the woo-woo side. And then the practical side is words are how we communicate, organize, and accomplish things as humans physically. So it's a really good skill to learn. If you write emails, guess what? It helps to be a better writer. If you write resumes or cover letters for getting a job, helps to be a better writer. If you text people, it helps to be a better writer, you know? If you want to write a book, obviously. If you want to record videos, writing helps you script videos and outline videos. Writing helps with everything, all right? So I think that's it for today. This is soul writing. And again, if you're interested in writing a book, I have other offers too. Check out the link in my bio. And that's it for this week. I got another one with another, we'll see what the theme is for next week. So much love, everyone. And I'm grateful for everyone watching this across space and time. All right. Bye-bye.